So before you can try and solve a problem or find information, you first have to be able to articulate what is it that you want to know? What problem are you really trying to solve? Because otherwise, you can go in 50 directions at one time. I mean, think of the random internet searches. You get in your mind that you want to know a little bit of something about something, and you put in one phrase, and then you get all sorts of things, and you think to yourself, well, that's not exactly what I want. And then you go back and you revise what you put in the search box, right? So this is what we're trying to help kids do, sort of revise and get something in that search box that's going to help define the direction of what they're trying to investigate. So before they can really move forward, it's can you articulate a clear question? For all of us, and I'll be honest with you, of all the practices, this is the hardest one for us to work through. Because in any classroom around the country, guess who's asking the most questions? The teacher is. So this asking questions is not about the teacher asking questions. This is about the students developing questions. So what teachers are used to doing is walking into a class, and at some point, maybe at the beginning or the middle, they start this rapid fire questioning. Now what we're telling kids is, we want you to look at a situation. We want you to look at a scenario, look at a movie clip, look at a process, and what questions do you have? And kids will look at us and say, well, what do you mean, what questions do I have? So we try and do things like provide them with question stems to help them articulate, just to find the language, to find some comfort in trying to develop the questions. But we're seeing some really cool things that now that we've got them going on the process, kids are getting back to that 5-year-old mentality where they are coming into class asking teachers questions before class even starts. And when you think about it, think about the 5-year-old who's like, well, why is this like this? And what about this? And what did we do in education for a long time? Okay, just sit down. I don't have time for those questions now. Or we'll get to that some other time. Or, you need to stop talking to each other. So we spend an awful lot of time in education kind of quashing those questions. And now we're trying to reignite that passion for the wonderment of life and what's in front of them. We're trying to reignite that. It's not necessarily an easy thing to do, but that's what we're trying to do.